Shoulders on Friday night with Chris. This is a freaking good one. All right, guys, if you can't tell by what's gonna come in the next few minutes, just look at our shoulders in the video. This is how they should look. Yeah, you see that meat hanging off the back of my arm? Like, that's what your shoulders should look like when you train them. And notice, how much pressing did we do?
None.
We did 0 shoulder pressing. We did an incline chest press. Weird. I'm giving you all my secrets away. Literally, I should have to, everyone who watches this should have to Venmo me $10. Like,
it's top secret.
Yeah, this is next level shit. So let's get into this workout and then I'll get to the press at the end. What we started with here was a tricep for our shoulders. So bent over rear laterals for 20. And if you notice on this last set that Chaz got on camera, like, we weren't getting full range of motion for all 20. We were probably hitting 10 or 12 full, and then our range of motion just got shorter and shorter as the reps got deeper. That was our 3rd round of rotation. You figure it's our 7th exercise that we were doing. So don't stress about it, guys. That's something that Chris said when we were going. He's like, man, people miss this magic of partials. And it's the truth. Like, with rear delts specifically, don't jerk it back up into place and get your traps into it. Keep it on the rear delt, even if you're only moving the weight 2 or 3 inches. Next up, we're doing a side lateral machine. So we're doing 10 full range of motion reps and straightening our arms and doing 10 bottom half partials with our chin up. Or at least we're trying to keep our chin up. It's not easy, but that's the goal, to keep our trap out of it. And lastly, we're over to 20 band pull aparts. Again, if you notice on this last one, I don't get all 20 full range. I may only be pulling that band 2 or 3 inches apart, and I'm fine with that because all that tension is still in my rear delts, guys. So what do you think of that open tricep for shoulders?
It was a good one. It buried me right away.
Yeah. So
I'm used to working like that. So.
You know, the good news is I write his custom shoulder workouts that he does in addition to John's program. So he's used to this fast-paced triceps, triple sets, drop sets. But when you do this back and forth and you're pushing each other, like, it just takes it to the next level. Rotation number 2 here is all going to be side delt. So we're getting a little bit of body English here. We did 30s, 35s, and 40s. And I was going 15, 12, 10. And then I was supersetting that with a chest supported side lateral. So if you notice, we only have 10 pounds here, trying to drive up and then control that negative. This is excruciating. And something he said, like, when we finished that 2nd superset, he said, man, I need to work my shoulders harder. Like, this is hard. And, you know, I think, like, if you guys are watching at home, this is how I built shoulders. It's brutal, hard work with not heavy weights. It's just getting on that muscle and staying on it. And you just fight that burn for as long as you can take it until you're moving the weight barely any range of motion. So that was rotation 2. We did 3 rounds of that. And then the last thing here for shoulders, rotation number 3, we're doing reverse pec deck for sets of 20. right into hamstring incline. Now, I know what you're saying. Chris, is the chest exercise. But after all this shoulder work, did you feel that in your chest at all?
All right.
No. Literally, all this meat in the front portion of my side, all the way over to where my delt inserts to my pec, right? Or meets my pec, is getting worked. You notice I have the seat set low. We only worked up to 2 1/4 plates. And then we went over and did 3 passes with the spider crawls. Final rotation here, we came back to 2 plates in the hammer strength and just wore out that press. Now, as I said at the beginning, I normally don't do any shoulder pressing, and we still didn't do any shoulder pressing. But this incline hammer strength, I've been playing around with for like the last 3 weeks, and I'm gonna start putting it into client programs, especially now that you confirmed it's good. And it's safe, and he has a shoulder issue and caused nothing, right?
Zero pain.
Right.
And it hurts.
Yes. And now, when he says pain, 0, negative pain, joint. It was burning like crazy.
Oh, yeah. Good burn.
So, a good pain for the muscle, 0 negative joint pains. If you look at this as a whole, we did 3 rounds of the first 2 rotations and only 2 rounds of the last rotation. We did shoulders in 25 minutes. And literally, I need to know more. Do you?
No, I don't know if I could.
Right. Like, that's the key. If you watch any of my other videos, I'm telling you guys, if you're at home right now, your shoulders are flat, not round, not full, this is the secret. I used to have literally terrible shoulders. And then I started doing stuff like this after I trained chest, after I trained back, and then guess what? Bam, suddenly I had shoulders. It's a secret, I'm telling you. Take this home, apply it today. Chris, any final thoughts for shoulders?
Just get after it. Like you said, like make them burn.
Yeah.
That's when they grow. That's what I keep in my head every time I train because I want shoulders like his. He's got freaky shoulders and I want them. I tell every time I train shoulders, that's all I can think about is just go past the burn, just keep going.
When John passed, he needed someone to take his training over. And I stepped in and offered to help him. And ever since we started together, that's the one thing he said to me. He said, Chris, I need hamstrings, I need back, and I need shoulders. And I said, we're gonna get all 3.
Done.
I promise you, we're gonna get all 3. And the kind of things that you saw us here do in this video, I've been having him do, and we'll share some of his stage shots from last year, and I cannot wait for you guys to see him on stage at Masters USA this year and see how much his shoulders have progressed. It's because we're doing this, and he's almost 50 years old, guys. It ain't like he's a 20-year-old, fresh and new to this sport. This is a seasoned veteran who's been as high as 3rd at nationals.
Yeah.
At nationals, not North American nationals. I'm talking nationals in Florida, which is now in Texas, in the open. So, follow along, do what we did, mimic it at home, mimic the intensity, and I promise your shoulders will grow. If you like this video, guys, like, share, and subscribe. Him and I are gonna go eat. Chris TV.